12 people hurt in shootings across Louisville, and it didn't matter the age of those shot and injured over the last few days. It is our top story tonight at 6. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Proffitt. The youngest of these victims, 3 and 5 years old. We've mapped out the locations since Friday afternoon of these shootings. Parkland, Russell, Wyandotte, the Portland neighborhood, PRP, and Park Hill. All neighborhoods impacted by this weekend's violence. Grace McKenna today has been talking to doctors at Norton Children's and U of L Health on the front lines treating Louisville's gunshot victims. Grace?
Doug, the doctors at U of L Health and Norton are no strangers to treating gunshot wounds. And though the types of patients they deal with are different, they say the increase in gun injuries can't be ignored. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg reacting yet again to a violent weekend in the metro.
It is horrible. It's heartbreaking. This has to stop.
A dozen people shot across the city. As of last week, 143 had suffered non-fatal gunshot wounds so far this year.
Devastation, sort of depression.
This weekend, treating children for trauma became top of mind after 5 juveniles, including a 5- and 3-year-old, found themselves in the path of gunfire.
As we have seen more and more of these patients, it's become clear that post-traumatic stress disorder and other psychological illnesses can be long-term consequences of these injuries.
Norton Children's Dr. David Foley says the landscape of pediatric trauma has changed after firearms became the leading cause of death for U.S. children, and many of Norton's gunshot patients suffer unintentional injuries.
And we're pretty good at getting them here, and we're pretty good at the EMS part of it. But there are so many of these injuries where the outcome is predetermined that the only way you can get to it is by getting a time capsule and going back and keeping it from happening.
At U of L Health, which treats some adolescent patients, the situation is different. Dr. Keith Miller says about 80% of their gunshot wounds are interpersonal injuries.
When we have adolescents or we have young individuals in our hospital, I think in the last 5 years we're doing a much better job of providing the needs that you have to wrap around younger individuals. You know, this is an adult hospital.
Monday, Greenberg told WHAS 11 he's still working with state lawmakers to craft solutions to the gun violence epidemic, saying he's cautiously optimistic.
We must continue to invest in people and neighborhoods so that young people in particular have hopes and dreams.
And with so many of the shootings still unsolved, Greenberg urged people with information to come forward. LMPD is still searching for suspects in several of the weekend shootings. The non-fatal shooting squad is also investigating in some of those cases. In the studio, Grace McKenna, WHAS 11 on your side.